My feed
is nonstop, yo.
Inundated. We're all laughing because I was joking around before about how this has never happened before in internet history.
Yes.
I literally believe sincerely, and I mean this, and you thought that I was being hyperbolic.
I don't.
I'm not.
I don't.
He is showing up on my feed non-fucking-stop.
Dude.
I'm not clicking on it. It's just next video is him in that accent, which I don't know what the fuck country that is.
I'll be trying to figure that shit out too.
And the entire media is attacking him on a daily basis. Buy the special, motherfucker. Buy the special. Real talk.
Here's what's crazy. I've been seeing him on TikTok.
TikTok. Do you know what I'm saying?
He everywhere, yo. He unstoppable.
Instagram.
His YouTube shorts.
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube shorts.
You're wearing your YouTube shorts right now. You were talking about. You got your YouTube shorts on right now.
Oh, fuck you. All I'm trying to say is Hunter Biden got.
No, he's undeniably funny. You can't even act like a guy not funny.
He's funny. Yeah,
he's funny, bro.
If he's playing in your city, go see him. Watch his show. Just let him see that you support him, because right now he's being surrounded by people in this industry who are letting him know that he has to apologize, who are letting him know that people, Jimmy Fallon talking about people coming and crying for his Me Too comment. So it is important that he see that you guys are out there. And I know he'll probably play it off and he'll probably be embarrassed by the support, because this right now to me is the most egregious, blatant example of the left taking someone out for using their words. Worse, taking a comedian out for using his words.
Have you seen the guy who does YouTube videos and he like breaks down comedians acting like he just doesn't acting like they're great, and it's almost like a scientific breakdown of jokes?
Yeah.
He goes through Chris D'Elia's, and it is so fucking funny. He just destroys him.
He
oh my
basically,
God.
Good. Okay.
He's like, see, right here, he's repeating it so that people know that he's making a joke, which is very effective. You can tell he's a seasoned comedian because he said it 4 to 5 times to get people laughing, and he's laughing, which is
yes, it's so good. Chris D'Elia, the reason, if you're wondering why we're making fun of him, is because he has sex with children.
If I see another person who's done stand-up for 3 years, it's like, my special's coming out in 2 weeks. I'm gonna fucking... Whoa, I'm pissed, dude.
I do teach piano lessons as well.
Oh, yeah? Oh, you're a teacher? Oh, yeah? Whoa. He's all like, I'm a teacher. Oh my God, there's so many trash comedians. I can't even fucking believe it.
And like the whole crew's like, yes, Myles, like, yes. And Myles is like, just doing God's work here.
No, come on, he did not say that. He did not say that.
No, he did. He said just doing
I don't think he has any like unironic fans. Like I said, his entire community just makes fun of him. It's amazing.
One of the things that I think is interesting about this is that, you know, this is the third one of these videos that they released. And the first one, there was tremendous outrage. Second one, tremendous outrage. And that's when YouTube said, we're not going to let you post these videos.
I went and saw him at the Palladium about a year or two ago. And it was one of the worst shows I've ever seen. And one of my friends, another comic that I respect a lot, gave him a standing ovation. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And he was like, I understand why you feel the way you do, but I just love seeing the act. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. What was bad about that? It was aggressively corny.
It's tricky too, responding to a crowd like that too, because you have to be funny, but you can't be too mean, right? You can't hit a fly with a sledgehammer.
One of the best stupid, poor comedians working today, for sure.
I just really encourage this group to think carefully about this sad attempt at humor.
Welcome, everybody, to Jokes Explained with professional joke explainer Myles Anderson, live here Friday from Austin, Texas. Thank you for joining us. Man, that was a frightening start. I had just gone live. I was testing to make sure the YouTube was working, and I went live on YouTube, and it was working. Then I went live on Twitch, and OBS crashed, and I had to restart the whole program. But we're back, baby. And that's what we love. That's what we love about streaming and this wonderful software. Oh man, I might sneeze. Oh, Do you guys have allergies? I know here in Austin, it's, you know, it's why we need more parking lots. You know, flowers are beautiful, but it's not, they make my nose itch. So ideally, if we can just have just pavement in moving forward, that would be nice. Triple bingo. Wow, my dumb idiot wife already feeling pretty lucky this week. My dumb idiot wife had a triple bingo on Monday. Oh, I should also remember, I have to explain. Casket Butch.
Who's your fantasy quarterback, Jack?
Thanks for resubscribing.
Cam Newton.
Mwah.
Not his
Having a
dad.
good game.
Thank you for the little kiss on the mouth. Resubscribe for 10 months. Thank you for resubscribing and staying committed to the path of learning of when to laugh, how to laugh, and how many different mics sounds can be made when you bump it against different parts of your body. Get your bingo cards, guys. We're playing bingo today. If you win stand-up bingo, and you can only play on Twitch, unfortunately, if you're on YouTube, that's okay. You can still hang out and learn and laugh and love and eat and pray. But if you're on Twitch, you can play bingo. If you win bingo, you get to link to a video that you think needs to be explained in the chat. Or if you are the top donator of the day, you will also be entitled to one link as well. Now that the rules have been established, we're gonna watch some funny stuff. We've got 2 minutes to start bingo here. What have I got here for us? Now, I always like to, comedy informs me, comedians keep me informed. The media is not going to tell you the truth. The media is also made up of civilian thinkers, right? They're not funny. They don't understand. They don't have the higher plane of existence that comedians have. So this just turns out, Jim Brewer, this was just posted, he has a theory about JFK Jr. So JFK Jr. is John F. Kennedy Jr. He is not RFK Jr. RFK Jr. is the guy with the wacky voice who works out in his jeans, and it's very funny. And RFK Jr. is the junior of RFK Sr. And RFK Sr. Didn't have a wacky voice, and he was alive a much longer ago. So let's take a little sample of what Jim's talking about. Let's just zoom in here and analyze the scene. You got this is his audience, right? Captive audience. This is his one audience member. He's got his notes out. And I assume a lot of these are jokes, but some of them are very compelling theories about how JFK may still be alive. He may still be out there, just like Elvis and Hitler. I actually never saw JFK die in real life. There's footage of him dying, but it's pretty inconclusive, pretty blurry. Might have been AI. But so he could be alive. I also didn't see Hitler kill himself. I also didn't see Osama bin Laden die. I also didn't see unless I have touched the body, it's up in the air.
I did so much investigating on JFK Jr.
Yeah.
I'm
And do you know why comedians are so smart? And do you know why you should get your news from them? Because they have the whole day to do stuff like this, right? Comedians only work a couple hours a week. That gives them the rest of the day for research. Who else can say that, right? Most civilians, they're out of the mines, right? They're at the Bitcoin mine, they're at the data mine, they're at the data center, they're at the, all sorts of mines all day long. They get home, they're tired, they just kick up their feet and throw on the TikTok and just scroll around, brainless. Comedians, though, they're only working, 4 hours a week, maybe 6 if they have a big club weekend, 6 shows. So they've got all day to research things like JFK, sea monkeys, chemtrails, Dr. Fauci, Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil, Dr. Drew, Dr. Ock.
convinced and I hate saying it because I don't want to look like a real, like I already do, but I don't care. I'm just being honest. Where he faked his death, because this is one that I used to spend time with. And again, I don't encourage you to start jumping in all this, but anyway. I don't. It's exhausting. It takes.
It's awesome.
If you're in the
listen, I want the people at the party who believe that stuff. They're more interesting. It's more interesting to be at a party with someone who's like, I believe JFK Jr. is alive. I'm like, let's chat. I want to talk about that.
All right.
And you know what? Exactly. And this is what the mainstream media doesn't understand, right? Conspiracy theories are way more interesting than just the boring day-to-day shit people talk, right? They're way more interesting. What's really going on? That's why I always say, when I go to parties, what's really going on? Huh? Who organized this party? Whoa! We got a donation. It's Matthew Johnson. Myles, ironically, did you forget about Dr. Dre? Matthew John. Yes. What am I thinking? Dr. Dre, of course, he's one of the top medical professionals in the United States. I believe he is. His name's being thrown around for Surgeon General. You didn't hear that from me. But I think that Dr. Dre is going to be legalizing pure asbestos vapes in the next couple of years. Now, let's get the stand-up bingo underway here, and let's watch some stand-up comedy. We'll come back to this, of course. I can't watch this for too long, though, because, YouTube will block. YouTube likes to block the truth, is what I've found on this website. We've got a couple players for bingo. 22 on Twitch. This is your final warning. You guys have about 3.5 seconds because I am on the... You can tell when my face goes very white. See? That means the bingo screen is gone. And watch this. Bingo card is in front of me. There it is. Okay. Let us move on. Let's find the first stand-up comedian of the day today. Who have we got in the docket? I mean, why not? You know what? I got a couple short ones here. Let's start out with this one just dropped. This is 8 hours ago. So I want to get this fresh before other joke explainers explain this one. This is Brad Stein, brand new. This is called Pronouns, Politics, and the Absurdity of Woke Logic. Woke logic. And it's a real, woke logic applies to all things, even mathematics. I don't know if you guys have ever used a woke graphing calculator before, but it's basically just does woke algebra, right? Every you put in any algebraic equation, right? And you try to have the calculator do it, and every result is just LGBT cube A++ 279. Yeah, woke logic.
My name is Brad Stein. Well, at least that's the name my parents assigned me.
Oh. I like the face comedy there. I would almost, we're going to get some body comedy today.
At birth, without asking permission. Oh, they were so backwards. They actually believed that they get to make life-changing decisions for me, instead of allowing me to grow up to be 6 and decide for myself if I wanted genitals.
Genitals. Okay, so that actually covers the penis and the vagina. Those are both genitals. And did you know that in the Victorian era, that the ankles were also considered genitals? But now there's just 2.
We got all the Christian people over there saying, well, I can't believe he said genitals. There are kids here. There are kids here. You know how they got here? Genitals! That's how it works!
Big laugh. Big laugh from the conquistador.
My name is Brad Stein.
Is the butt a genital? DJ Chemic says, sometimes. Only if you're gay. So, you know, if you use woke logic, maybe.
2004, the New Yorker magazine did an article about me, called me God's comic. That's where I got that moniker. But my personal pronoun.
Humble brag. Wow. New York Magazine did a little think piece on Brad Stein. Can anybody find that article from New York Magazine? God's comic.
Is Your Majesty. So if you have the privilege of meeting me after the show, there is a decorum. Men, you must remove your hats. Women, you must curtsy. Do not look me directly in the eyes. Only speak if spoken to. And if any of this protocol is broken, you will be executed. And you can't do anything about it because now I identify as a monarch. So there you go. You're trapped. You should know that.
DJ Chemics, well done. DJ Chemics, fast at work. Do you see how fast he posted this link? DJ Chemics is has one of the fastest link posting fingers on the internet.
About me, just so that you understand the depth of my lived experience. I'm a man.
I'm a man. Big round of applause there. And I think what he's going to get at here, which a lot of really smart comedians have got at, is the woke mob is basically like Mussolini and Hitler. Fascist dictators are famously woke. Like, they're basically like, if you don't accept everyone, we will put you in a concentration camp, is basically what Hitler was saying.
I know.
Look it up.
This is going to be shocking for some of you younger people. That didn't used to bring applause. We didn't used to have to applaud.
Back in my day.
That a man was a man. Now we do. I am a man, and I did it the old-fashioned way. I was born.
Now, did you see the cross-eye action here, right? He didn't just take a good look at this. Let me just make this even closer for you guys here. So he doesn't just look at the delivery, right? He doesn't just say, I was born. Now, it's not very exciting if you say, I'm a man, I was born a man. Yeah, that's just that's a medical fact, actually, number 36. But when you say, I did it the old-fashioned way, I was born. Now the crowd is shitting themselves. I mean, a master.
Oh, yeah. All factory direct parts on this boy, my friends. No aftermarket add-ons for this boy. If you're into classic cars, all the numbers match, baby.
Classic cars.
I'm a man or a male, that works. Man or male, or a male man if you want to. I don't care. You won't get your letters any quicker. So I am a man. Number 2, I am a Christian. Or, as the progressives like to call me, a hateful, transphobic, homophobic, Nazi, fascist, hate-mongering, intolerant bigot.
Okay. All right. So you see a similar Jim Brewer energy here, right? Now I mean, I'm going to give you a body comedy and sound comedy in that one. I mean, that's just indisputable. He's using his body and sounds for the punchline of this one. I'm going to give you also, this is the battle cry in the culture war, right? This is kind of a culture war battle cry. I might have to give you the war on this one as well. I mean, this is just such great stuff, right? This is such great stuff. We don't have, I gotta say, this is also political rant. But look at, I mean, before I continue, just if you have your notes out, if you can just quickly sketch this face in your notebooks and try to practice this face in the mirror if you want to be really funny. Hitler, yes. Fascists.
But that's just because they're open-minded.
Yes, they're like I'm gonna kind of say I predicted that joke a little bit here, right? The woke cancel culture mob is close-minded, jackbooted psychopaths who want you to be again executed probably because you won't. They're gonna force you at gunpoint to be like, and they'll be like, you got to cut off your penis. That's basically what it is. I mean, they haven't said it, but everything they do implies.
Notice that. Notice the people that treat you in a certain way and then define themselves differently. It matters when you learn how people manipulate words to control you. Whoever controls the words controls the people. I'll give you an example. Okay? This group right here is a great, wonderful group of people. It always was called the Great Crowd.
DJ Myles ignores the name comedy. Oh! Accusations. I mean, if he says Hitler...
2.5 years ago, this was called a super spreader. I know. And it is a super spreader, unless you're spreading while burning down buildings and looting. Then it's a peaceful protest. And it is a
Big applause, right? And that's great. These people are agreeing with this. It's good to know your audience.
Peaceful protest, unless you're protesting a presidential election. Then it's an insurrection.
Yeah, total double standard, right, guys? When you burn, they have a peaceful protest, and by they, we know who they are, right? They have a peaceful protest, and they burn down an Applebee's and a Target, and they scratch a bunch of Cybertrucks, innocent property, but they're like, oh, that's fine. But then you simply storm the White House, or you storm the Capitol building, and attempt to reverse a democratic election. All of a sudden, ooh, that's bad. Oh yeah, it's the same thing, but two completely different reactions, and it's outrageous.
And it is an insurrection, unless the insurrection is happening by the LGBTQZYLF.
We might have another soundbite here. LGBTQIFPP papa papo papa pipi papagena papageno.
BTQZYLF. I can't keep up. Just wanted to include everybody. Then you're just exercising your First Amendment right. And you are exercising your First Amendment right. Unless you're exercising your First Amendment right at a school board meeting. Then you're a domestic terrorist. Then you are a domestic terrorist. Unless the terrorist isn't coming from the FBI or
Jewish trans liberals. DJ Comics says you missed him saying the Jewish trans liberals couldn't drive to fast food places with Asians because you have to be a little lazy.
The CDC or the WEF or the IRS. Sure. Then you're just keeping the world safe for democracy. Always fear those who give you the same behavior that they engage in, but define themselves as the virtuous ones.
Here we go.
Laugh while it's legal. See through the lunacy and call the crazies on their crazy.
Laugh through the lunacy, guys. Yes. This is why it's so important to go to these rallies. Comedy shows, because you can laugh through the lunacy.
That's how freedom reigns. I'm white.
Oh, I'm race. I'm race. I'm white. That's a race pandering right there. Did he say I'm race? Or is that the other one? There it is, 31. I'm white.
It wasn't that hard. It really wasn't. I just showed up and came out like this. Just came out fully formed, not quite baked, not quite got through. By the way, I'm white, which means I'm beige. Ever thought about that? There are no white people. Clouds are white. Right? Marshmallows are white. Q-tips are white. Matter of fact, there are no white people. Matter of fact, if you ever see a white person, run!
Stereotype.
The dead live! There's no whites! Number 4, I am a conservative.
Shrimp Hand 69 says Myles is white. I mean, possibly, you know. And this is, I have the white balance on the camera set, so I am as dark a shade of white as possible, and I still kind of do look like I should be spread over a text error on a piece of paper to correct the mistake. Now, he's making great observations here, but is also this might be a little dig at albinos, right? Albino people. Now, there's a lot of speculation as to whether albino people are real, or if they are part of the government conspiracy, or if they might be magic, they might be wizards, they might be satanic. We don't know which side the albinos are on. First of all, we don't know if they're real. We don't know if they are real, because I've seen some photos online who they fight for, Jesus or the devil. Nobody knows for sure, but this is perhaps a dig at the albino community.
I know, not weird for a comic. I'm a conservative. I didn't say Republican. I said conservative, because if you haven't figured out by now, folks, all of them are corrupt. All of them. We've been abandoned by DC. We've been abandoned. You want America to survive, it's going to take a peasant's revolt. That's all we got left. It's going to take an actual republic where you remember you're the government again. That's our only shot. Conservative simply means I want to conserve the original intent of the Constitution. I want to conserve history. I want to conserve wisdom. I want to conserve looking at what has worked and what doesn't work and making assessments. And you know what I really want to conserve? Common sense. I don't want to be told by some oligarch billionaire that I'm not allowed to eat meat anymore because it's killing the earth and I have to eat bugs now.
Mm-hmm. And he's making great points here, right? So this is very funny stuff. But he's also making really good points that conserve means good.
Who are these billionaires that start making the rules for the rest of us? Apparently you get so rich, you think that all I have left to do is to take over the world. If you guys don't know who I'm referencing, who knows who I'm talking about? Bill Gates. Bill Gates said...
Now that's name comedy right there. Bill, and did they know already? Did you guys in the chat say Bill Gates? Let me know in the chat if you said Bill Gates out loud when Brad Stein said Bill Gates, because I said it in my head. I was thinking Bill Gates. I want to hear that again. The audience was really on it. Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. Bill Gates I'm referencing, who knows the world? If you guys don't know who I'm referencing, who knows who I'm talking about? Bill Gates. Bill Gates said...
So many people said Bill Gates. Now, if you guys all know who Bill Gates is. If you don't know who Bill Gates is, obviously you've been psyoped. But Bill Gates invented Microsoft. He went in his garage. He took a bunch of old radios and he smashed them together with a hammer. And then he did a satanic prayer. And out of the goo came the Windows operating system, which then was forced upon all computers by Satan. And now Copilot is like co-Satan. And So you have to avoid it at all costs. Only use Temple OS. Do you guys know Temple OS? This is a bit of a sidetrack. But this is the only, let me show you. This is the only operating system I use, okay? It's called Temple OS. And it's the only holy operating system. Let me see if I can find a nice short one here. Temple OS. There it is. Okay, this is what it looks like. It's 100, it's all built using qubits. And this is obviously the speeder game in it. But did you guys see the, this is the main menu, right? And you've got prayers and, I really want to find, there's one where you can
You must
and this is the Christian who made it.
Is this niggerlicious or is
Anyway, Jesus.
Poop joke.
Well, number 41. Truly, though.
You're welcome to tug on it.
Bingo!
Hey, Donald Duck.
Bingo!
Hey, double bingo. On the N-word there. I swear it's not rigged.
Okay, we'll edit laughter in there.
I'm trying to find... congratulations to Miss Andry and Donald Duck's pants.
You're welcome to tug on it.
But there's too many video essays, and I just want to see a quick... I wanted to see a quick rundown of the features. Because you can pray in it. You can ask God questions. It's really important. Anyway, and there's an oracle. Yeah, there's an oracle you can ask to predict the future. But anyway. Miss Andrew, Donald Duck Pants. Okay, we've already got... What do we got here? Did anyone put their links in yet? I see a couple links here. I see Manly Meat Man threw a link in there already. Was there a donated link? Oh! Whoop! Donald Ducks. What? Donald Ducks donated the link. And the first one who put it in was Manly Meat Man. I see that up there now. I'm just trying to stay on top of things here. And so we just need one from... What the hell is going on? Oh. Oh, that's what was going on. Sorry. I got flummoxed, as I want to do. Sorry, I'm trying to read the chat and keep everything going here. You're doing great, Myles. Thank you for the encouragement. Oh, Miss Andrew also donated, and shrimp hands provided. I see now. Sorry. Sometimes it's hard to... Could you imagine if this was a Hassan level stream? If this chat was going too fast? Like, I don't even know what I would do. We'd have to get some sort of... I have to get some sort of, like... I have to put it on slow mode or something. I don't know. I don't even know what we would do. I'm frazzled, though. Okay, let's get your bingo cards out here. Congrats to the winners. Get ready for the winner sound. Cover your ears. Okay. Okay, we have 10 minutes till bingo starts again. Or it might even start earlier than that. So get your bingo cards as fast as you can. Now let's get back to... I just want to know what the theory is, because we didn't even get to see what he was saying. I want to know if JFK is still alive, and I want to know where he is.
So, like, for instance, first of all, his father is the biggest, most famous president. You could say George Washington, whatever.
Nah, Kennedy's up there.
Kennedy's
there.
Everyone knows JFK.
Yeah.
JFK Airport.
Yeah.
John F. Kennedy. Everybody. All right?
Everybody.
Secret Service is not going to let the kid
of JFK,
whose uncle got popped as well.
Yeah.
So they're already targets.
Okay, yes.
You're telling me that he could just, I'm taking my plane while the weather's bad. What? That's another thing. Is he desperate to get wherever he's going? Why is he leaving in the worst? Or the wind's bad, blah, 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 blah. So the theory goes...
This is JFK Jr.
He's protected by this...
So this is the son of John F. Kennedy. Okay.
Elite of underground, whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
I know it does sound crazy as you talk about, but is it that crazy? I don't know.
Okay.
One of his famous quotes, because he became a lawyer.
Yeah.
All right. But he became a lawyer, and I don't know if this is the exact quote, but something I never forget. He said something like, "I will expose my father's killers.
Oh.
Even if it takes taking down my own government."
Okay. So, wow. That opens up a whole new layer of interesting to this whole story, right? JFK Jr. getting a little too close to the truth. Dead. Hillary Clinton. Right, hammer to the back of the head. Hillary Clinton. Sonic wave machine. Takes out the airplane engine over the ocean. How did she do it? How do you guys think Hillary Clinton killed JFK Jr.?
Now, if you think about the theory of he's not JFK Jr., that's a son. That's your dad. That's your father.
Yeah.
And the whole world gets to view that over and over and over. And the whole world gets to discuss how your dad was truly shot and killed and assassinated.
Oh, I was down there in Dallas.
Assassinated.
I stood there.
Yeah. Yes, there's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were there.
I was there. It was odd. Another odd.
There's a lot of odd things with it, even with the original JFK.
That's what I mean, the original JFK.
There's a lot of odd things.
Yeah.
So, with that said, let's take the human element. He's going for law, but in the back, he's still, everywhere he goes, like, oh, your dad was the...
Yeah. Your dad was JFK.
And he's growing up listening to everyone, listening to the Kennedys talk behind closed doors. Like, if you're a president, I'm a president, and they come on a webcast, all their kids hung out all the time. The kids talk to one another, and they listen to the parents.
Yeah.
So he may have had a lot of deep, insightful information because he's in the house.
Interesting.
With them where they feel safest talking about it.
Yeah.
And so...
Maybe a dinner party. Maybe a little dinner party and Bill Clinton's there. Exactly. Maybe Bill Clinton is there, and that's the Bill Clinton sound. Thank you.
the theory of he faked it. Either Navy SEALs were waiting for him or whatever, and they did a whole faking of the tower.
Manly Meat Man, the oh yeah sound is Eric Griffin doing stand-up comedy.
And everything. It was
Watch his
either
special.
a Navy SEAL pilot, and he already knows, blah, blah, blah. We're coming in. Click, boom, he's gone. Boats are waiting for him. Plane goes down. They never find them.
Oh, so JFK Jr. is on a holy mission to avenge his father's death by exposing the people who killed his dad. Possibly the Clintons, possibly you know who. And so he's flying over the ocean. He knows Navy SEALs. He hits the ejector seat planes have ejector seats, even civilian ones. They all do. Hits the ejector seat in the middle of the night, parachutes out onto the ocean. Navy SEALs pick him up, and the Navy SEALs don't work for the government. Because Navy SEALs are holy warriors for God, right? I don't know if you guys have you guys seen a Navy SEAL? But they've got a full armor, and they've got a huge red holy cross on their chest. They've got shields that have big holy crosses on them, and they guard Fort Knox. They also guard crusaders who are going to Jerusalem to pay respect to Benjamin Netanyahu.
He comes out with this George magazine in the 90s.
Yeah.
And one of the covers is 2020. And it's the cover. It's a...
Oh.
And I'm sure maybe he probably figured it out. But it's like Bill Gates' plan to take over the world.
And what did we just see? Brad Stein, Bill Gates. Jim Brewer, Bill Gates. The two tops of the pyramid are in. Joke explainer, Bill Gates. What's going on, guys? It's all connected. It
has Mount Rushmore and July 4th.
You know what's to get into the deep state, you need to go through a gate. A Bill Gate. Think about that.
Well, at that time, Trump goes to Mount Rushmore. And there's a full moon behind him. But they're saying this in 1997, 1998.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the? And it says Hillary finally indicted. Like, what? What? From the 90s?
What?
I don't.
What?
And then there was this whole thing where he's...
Interesting. Very interesting stuff.
He was there's all this. And I went into it, and then again, this is what I tell everyone.
Yeah.
It sucks a lot of energy that goes nowhere.
What do you mean?
Like, if I were to say, I'm pretty sure I saw him. He was dressed as this Fusca guy.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
He used to dress. There was a guy that would show up at the Trump rallies dressed as a character. I saw that. I saw the guy up close.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm looking to see, is that JFK Jr.?
Yeah.
How would I even know?
Yeah, I didn't even think of this. But this is, God, this is why I love Jim. Jim is just like us. Do you guys ever think? And I just realized when I look at this video and I'm seeing OBS, all I see is this border. On the other side of this frame is JFK Jr. right over there. JFK Jr. just right over here. He's not. But anytime I see a mascot, I'm always kind of thinking to myself, is that JFK Jr. in there? Because how would you know? How would you know?
And if I know, what do I do with that information anyway?
Yeah, who are you telling?
But the point of it too
And who would you
is
tell?
what everyone needs to understand.
If any of you in the chat, if you see a person in a mask, I want you to investigate. And if you guys see JFK Jr., you need to tell me right away, okay? thebachelorsofmusic@gmail.com. The hotline is open. If you see JFK Jr., I need time, I need place. If you can get a photo, obviously that's great, but I understand the risk to your life if you do that. But we have to get to the bottom of it.
When you go there,
yeah,
right? When it's over, it's like, okay, well, now what?
Yeah.
Because during all that time and all that energy,
get your bingo.
All you're getting is you either go, yeah, he's still alive, or no, he's not.
Yeah.
That's it. And I wasted all this time I could have done, playing something with D, or spending time going to fly this one and talk to my daughter, and maybe she wouldn't be in this predicament, or me hooking up with some old friend, whatever.
Yeah.
I could have been doing anything.
Yeah.
So sometimes I do this.
Yeah.
All of it is really dangerous. It's just like,
oh yeah.
It's like you walk by and it's almost like a magnet. Like, hey,
yeah.
Exactly. Okay, let's get another round of bingo going, everybody. Get your bingo cards. Back to stand-up comedy. 23 players. That's not too bad. Not too shabby. Still a little bit of wiggle room for a couple more if you want in on the bingo. I'll give you 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bingo. Okay. Who else have we got here for bingo? Let's take a little deviation from God's comedian here. Even though I love it. Let's watch a little bit of an annoyingly Canadian comedian. This is called The First 10 Minutes in Sudbury. So, and this is a comedian called Ben Bankas. We will definitely be doing a Jokes Explained episode on Ben Bankas in the future. He's got lots of stuff online, and he's very, very funny. And he's in Sudbury, Ontario. It's a very similar city to a lot of the other desecrated cities that comedians like Ben Bankas visit to do stand-up. Just big industrial dusty wastelands where hope is gone, but the laughs are still there. And they make a very good living going around these places. And take a look, make sure when you're watching the stand-up, if there's any crowd shots, double check to see if JFK Jr. is there.
Sudbury, what the fuck is going on?
Sudbury.
They really didn't want to let me see you guys. Oh my God.
So this also, this comedian has been getting in the news for being, a lot of woke cancel culture mobs are coming after him and trying to cancel his shows, which then makes it imperative that you see his shows, right? And this is why you want to really you need to choose a side in the culture war, right? If a right-wing podcaster starts saying, I'm not going to go see all-female Ghostbusters because I don't want to see that movie because I don't like women. Now it's like, well, if you're woke, you have to go. The first shot has been fired. That movie makes a bunch of money. Same thing happens here. If a comedian goes on stage, says a whole bunch of racial slurs, or makes a whole bunch of jokes about a minority group, and then the government or the fucking woke mob is like, shut this guy down. If you're on the right, you got to pay whatever you can to support your side in the culture war. A lot of people think the culture war is a bad thing, but it has been very lucrative for a lot of the best entertainers in the world.
just the absolute fucking retards out there that. Just like I'm retarded, just like you guys.
So please
This
be
is a
canceled.
very alcoholic crowd. We're gonna have a great time.
Drinking.
Yeah, they really wanted to fucking. Oh my god, the amount of fucking emails and shit that every venue I go gets from some fat fucking dumb retarded liberal bitch.
Women are annoying.
The venue's like, we're under a lot of pressure. I'm like, yeah, so is she, because she weighs 400 pounds.
23 is fat.
We're under a lot of pressure to cancel the show. It's like, you should let them, and they claim, they're like,
Woman
it's,
voice, yep.
it's a danger for the community to have the show. I'm like, no, it's a danger if you don't have the show. If you don't have the show and piss you guys off, that's a danger for the fucking community. That's...
Let's just pause here and recognize too, right? We got the VIP seats in the front row for the job creators, right? We've got roofing company guy, HVAC company guy, and fucking big real estate guy. 3 big guys making lots of jobs for all the liberal cucks who try to cancel this guy. Ridiculous. Gordo is 1 tile away from bingo already. How is that possible?
That's a lot of white people fucking doing microaggressions at the Dollarama to the Indians. If they cancel my show, every single one of you would have been at the fucking Shoppers behind an Indian like...
And an Indian. And that was an Indian accent. Okay. Brown people stereotype and a great accent. I'm going to do them quick here because I'm scared Gordo's going to get it so fast.
But now you're here to watch me do it, and then now you're like, okay, I get it. We're all gonna get along. But the reality is my comedy is for everybody. It's for everybody and anybody. It doesn't matter. You know, it's not just for white people. It's for anybody who's not a loser.
Amen.
You know,
Amen.
if you're a loser your entire life and then you hear my comedy out of nowhere, yeah, it's gonna fucking hurt. But that's why we have MAID in this country. So one thing Canada does well, euthanasia. I'm happy about it. Well, it's all liberals doing it. And it's all conservatives who are against it. The conservatives are like, they started euthanizing people just for mental illness. I'm like, oh, horrible. It's fucking genius.
You guys see? So it's a dark, it's dark comedy, right? The dark comedy is that if you're a liberal loser, you should kill yourself. That's just a dark joke, right? He obviously doesn't mean that, but it is a very funny thing to imagine.
I'm just saying, it's, it all happened because I made a joke on that day, whatever that new holiday that we have. I don't know what it's called. It's, the day that, sorry we took the land day or whatever. Sorry we made a country day. And
big round of applause, yes.
And I put out a joke about the schools. I mean, and this is the thing, the indigenous are so mad. All we tried to do was give them an education. So our one crime was trying to get them to fucking learn.
Okay, see? So that's a very funny joke there, right? It's dark. It's dark.
Okay, we'll edit laughter in there.
It's dark because, in Canada and the United States, a lot of Native people, Indigenous people, Native Americans, we say here in Austin, they were put into schools to force them to speak English and to separate them from their families, to ensure that their culture would die, and hopefully they would also die. That was a lot of the goal. So obviously very dark stuff, right? Very dark. So it builds that tension of like, oh, that's really sad. But when a comedian like Ben Bankas makes light of it, right? He's like, hey, we're just trying to make these fucking idiots learn something. then it's, you know, then you just kind of, when he says it like that, it doesn't sound so bad. You just kind of laugh and you applaud, and you just have another couple beers and go back to your $95,000 truck and feel like a good winner. And that's why we love, that's why Ben Bankas is so funny, right? This is comedy for winners. This is why we're watching it. We're winners and we're laughing. Have you made a joke about ethnic Uber drivers yet? Hopefully, right? Hopefully soon.
And then, you know, they hated it. So
Matt Hallis says, Canadian here, I can help you translate, Myles. Thank you. Because his accent is a little thick.
we're like, okay, here's a casino. Is that better? Is that better? This is easier to launder money through.
Casinos, right? So this is a specific cultural stereotype. We don't have...
But I made a joke about the residential schools, and you know what happens when you do that? A bunch of, cross-eyed, fucking inbred retards with dream catchers as their Facebook profile photo start coming out of the woodwork. And
okay. Yes, we did 62 for sure. Race pandering, DJ Chemics. I mean, this is, I would argue, see, this is Canada, right? So I would say this is white people pandering. This is pandering to white people, but in Canada, generally all the races are united in racism against the Indigenous people. So it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's just white people. And I only know this because I saw a hockey game once, and so I read a bit about Canada. And by read, I mean I watch TikToks. I don't read. I want to be clear about that.
I was getting all kinds of drunken death threats.
You know what? Maybe it was a bit of opposite comedy. Because Ben Bankas is kind of he's breathing pretty hard for just doing a couple jokes there. He does have a bit of a David Lucas-shaped body. So for him to be calling other people fat losers is kind of funny. But again, fat is a mindset, right? So maybe he's fine.
You come to Thunder Bay, buddy, I'll cut your head off like you're on a Greyhound bus.
Yeah, he did say he was retardando. Oh yeah, he's ranting politically for sure here.
I got a lot of hate, and this is the thing, is they're taking their land back. The indigenous people, they're getting land random places. Apparently Vancouver is now going to be indigenous, which is kind of a fucked up place to start, because I don't think it's going to go over well with the Chinese.
Asian stereotype.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, this your rent? No, this is my rent. I pay a mortgage for 30 years.
Bingo!
Shrimp Hands, congratulations. And yes, he will do most accents, which is a talent he has as well. A lot of comics don't do that anymore. Probably just because they can't, right? It's a delicate art doing the Chinese accent. It's a talent you're born with. It's really hard to learn. Congratulations, Shrimp Hands. Gordo was sitting on one tile to go for so long. He only needed poo. Oh. And Ben Bankas is going to be doing poo jokes. Guaranteed. That was a close one. Shrimp Hands, congratulations. Whenever you're ready to donate a link, link a link, or link your link. Whatever you like. I already submitted my link, so may I please... Oh, wow, you did already get one. Okay. A few more minutes of this. You son of a bitch. Okay. Oh, it's the same video. Okay, I understand here. So there's an appeal. Now, usually there's a form you have to fill out for this process, but I will. Shrimp Hands is requesting more time. Okay. Mike Blackman, thank you for subscribing.
I found this channel. I like that. It's called The Bachelors of Music and the Professional Joke Explainer. Myles Anderson. He goes through like Tony Hinchcliffe or other people's like specials and explains each joke. It's really funny.
Bingo cards are available once more. Now let's break this up. Watch a little bit more of this is Chevy Chase Show, episode 2.
You want to do Killer Joe? We'll just go maybe into 4. You okay? Let's go. Ready from the top. Ready? 1, 2. 1, 2.
Something's gone wrong here.
What happened?
Something's wrong with the saxophone. I'm sorry,
Something
Chef.
stuck?
Well,
Maybe it's
you want to take a look?
Oh, there's something in here. Wait a second. Oh, yeah, it's a gerbil.
Well, why don't you just put it in your pants and we'll start over?
All right, let's start again. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now this is pre-Richard Gere story. Is it? Is this yeah? Is this now? Because the Richard Gere gerbil in the asshole is a story. It's like Last Stand at the Alamo, Johnny Appleseed, Davy Crockett. It's just part of America's folk history. So maybe this is because I think Richard Gere I think that he first put the gerbil in his asshole before the Battle of Gettysburg.
Stop sniffing that chair. It's the Chevy Chase Show from
No guilt. You guys, if you win, grab your win. Be a winner, okay? Fucking roll coal. Do a burnout in the parking lot. You win. No being nice to each other, okay? Create jobs.
Hollywood. Tonight from Beverly Hills, 90210, Jason Priestley and actress Beverly D'Angelo. Doo-wop group The Enchanters. Tom Scott and the Sunset Boulevard Marching Band.
Tom Scott from YouTube.
Now here he is, Chevy Chase.
A bit of basketball hate. Oh, he's kissing that Beverly for sure.
Hey, welcome to my second show. Thank you very much. Boy, do my glands itch. You know, it is my second show. Last night we were in a tizzy. Are you okay?
Crowd loves him, eh?
You got a gerbil in your pocket? All right.
Very good callback. Bam. Heard the gerbil from earlier.
Last night we did a joke on our first show, and we frankly got a lot of calls, and it was frankly a little unfair. It was about Michael Jackson. No, seriously, in this country, everyone is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. This man wasn't even indicted. And as a matter of fact, I feel very bad. I called Michael this morning to see if he was okay, and he assured me he was holding his own. Anyway,
and he assured me he was holding his own. Gordo, I think that's a penis joke. I think when you are referring to his own dick, yes.
You're welcome to tug on it.
That's it. Thank you, Sauerkraut. Much more explicit, but absolutely on point. Michael Jackson. I think this is what year is this? This is the first Michael Jackson scandal. So this is the old days. So back in 1993. it was really frowned upon to be a pedophile and molest young children. Obviously, that's changed. You know, cancel culture is pretty much in the rearview mirror.
Who's your fantasy quarterback, Jack?
Not his dad.
Philip Miaz says, I'm gay.
Cam Newton.
Thank you for resubscribing. Mwah!
Now just calm down. Please. We got a great show from Beverly Hills 90210. Jason Priestley is here. And, you know, actress Beverly D'Angelo, or Mrs. Clark Griswold.
She's got a kiss.
Plus our own basketball star, Sam Archer. But first, say hello to Tom Scott and the Sunset
I just love that there's a guy playing basketball behind him.
Boulevard Marching Band.
So
Tommy.
cool.
Thank you, Chevy.
Boys, how are you?
Great, thanks.
I feel like $100. You know, I don't want I want you out.
Hey, a lot of people got a little scared. So Chevy Chase is very famous. He's a famous freak out comedian, right? He's like a famously notorious asshole, right? He's a real piece of shit, which is why he felt the air change when he said, I want you out. It's like, whoa, hey, is he going to have one of his famous freakouts that scares us and scars us? But no, he's just testing him. It's just a little joke.
Now it's time for a segment we call Talk to Chevy. You know, I like to keep in touch with my audience, but I don't want to pick up any rashes.
Walter
so
Sobchak,
instead
I
of
would
talking
destroy
with
you with
people in
basketball.
person, we put a camera out in the
Wouldn't
street and
even
ask
be
people
close.
if they had any questions for me, and they do apparently, so I'm going to try to answer some of them right here off the cuff. So I know I have a monitor here. Let's see the first question, Steve.
I'm just wondering, Chevy, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
To the center of a Tootsie. Well, that's a delightful question. Why don't we find out? Fred, are you here? Fred?
Hey,
come here.
come on.
You know, Fred,
right.
This is Fred.
Hey.
Fred Wolf.
Who the hell's this guy? Go ahead.
I don't know if you heard the question, but this guy wants to know how long it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, and I know you're always, you know, licking on those things.
Yeah,
because always have one.
You guys always licking on a Tootsie Pop?
Yeah.
So do you have time now, or are you busy, or?
Oh, no, I got a date. I was going to shower and shave and stuff, so.
Yeah, you do need a shave.
Yeah,
okay, well, do me a favor. While you're up there doing that, will you just
lick it,
on
like
that
count,
and just
count the licks?
count the licks? See how long it takes to get to the center. And when
Sounds
we're
good.
through with these questions, come back and...
Okay, great.
Okay,
Sure. Okay,
you
I'll do
take
it.
care.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
We're going to have the answer for you in a minute. Let me see the next question.
Chevy, I always wanted to know, what kind of underwear do you wear?
Funny question from a funny kid, right? Underwear, very funny garment because it touches your butthole and your genitals.
You sure that question's for me? Actually...
What'd someone say?
What? I don't know what he said. What kind of underwear do I wear? I think he had an answer for it, but I can just tell you that it's transparent. I like to see what I'm doing. Next.
That's a perfect answer, right? You know, Tidy Whities, very funny name for briefs. There's also boxers. There's also boxer briefs. There's also commando style. I don't know if you have this term. Some of you are Europeans, which is unfortunate. I hope you're all working on your visas to move here to Austin. But here in America, if you go commando, that means you have no underwear. And that's a reference to the commandos in the jungles of Vietnam who wouldn't wear no underwear because it was just too hot and moist in the jungles. So when they're out there patrolling, trying to kill communism, they would do so flapping free as an American eagle. Let's get your bingo cards. This is bingo time.
Chevy, I have one question for you. How come every time I see you, whether it's in movies or in magazines,
countdown.
you're always wearing a cap?
Well, look, that's an interesting observation. You know, I feel, frankly, that I look weird without. In fact, I have two of them. I have, well, this one here, and then I have one here.
Why are you always wearing a cap? Now, what a brilliant Mr. And now, these are pre-screened questions, right? So they got these already. Chevy took them back to his writing team, which is probably minimum 20, 25 writers. He's like, what's the funniest response you can come up with to this question? And they brilliantly, probably with the steering of Chevy, came up with, I've got a cap back here, and a cap up here. Tooth caps. Teeth can have caps. Get it? All right. Back to stand-up comedy. Ben Bankas. Oh. Bad news for our Australian viewers. Shane Smith is banned from Australia. Let's check it out. Shane Smith, this is the comedian who tells true stories about his really crazy, epic, wild, and wacky life. And you can see evidence of that crazy, wacky life by the amount of tattoos he has on his body. This arm tattoo, he just got tattooed straight jet black. Basically, he's like, can I get a printer test page, please? And it's pretty cool. That's when you want to work in an office. You get the printer test page tattoo on your arm. And then they're like, whoa, this guy, he likes to photocopy.
An entire comedy special called Banned from Karate, okay? Yeah.
He sounds very Dane Cook, doesn't he?
Okay. In that comedy special, I get banned from karate forever for knocking out a fairly old gentleman at a karate tournament when I should not have. Now, I thought I should name an entire special Banned from Karate because karate is the craziest place I could possibly be banned from, right? That is until I...
You see? It's interesting to see that, he's doing a little bit of peek behind the curtain here. He's thinking, what's the craziest, wackiest, wildest thing? What's the BuzzFeed listicle I can turn into a stand-up special?
I was banned from an entire continent. So I was like, oh, what? Yeah, I was banned from the country of Australia.
Canceled 14.
So I really jumped the gun on thinking I had the best version of a banned thing. I guess I have to have 2 albums called Banned From? I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know. So how that happened is crazier than you could ever imagine.
Here, and I am just gonna check long story off so I don't forget. Because he set it up, right? He set it up. Here we go.
So I scheduled shows in the country of Australia. They sold. I was very excited to go. I went to get a work visa. I applied. Country of Australia ghosts me. Weird, right? I send my lawyer like, hey, can I get a work visa? My lawyer looks into it.
Humble brag, he has a lawyer.
The country of Australia is like, he can't have one. My lawyer's like, what? Why? And they go, Shane can't have a work visa because he's a political extremist. What? I was like, if someone been publishing my dream journal, how would they know? How would they know? How they would know is crazier than you could ever imagine, okay? You guys know how we have a president right now, the guy with the hair. You know him? Okay. Well, we used to have a different president, the one before him. He was sleepier, okay? That was him. We all remember that was his deal. Before he fell asleep, he did a bunch of stuff. And one of those things we'll call spying, okay? They use an organization called the Federal Bureau of Investigation, okay? And he decided to spy on a few groups of Americans he thought might be up to stuff, okay? And one of those groups is a group of people we'll call Catholics, okay?
Learn this joke.
Now, I had
one lady in the crowd going wild.
happened to convert to Catholicism a couple of years ago, right when this was going on. And then I immediately started going to something called the Latin Mass. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's church on hard mode, okay? That is, yes. That is the Elden Ring of church, okay?
Elden
Similar
Ring.
vibes, similar music, immaculate,
Name
no
calling.
notes, okay? So, I go there, and the government's like, "Whoa, check this guy out."
The heart crowd. Which tile are you asking for? State your case. If you're fishing, just keep throwing the line in the water.
Doing the craziest thing you can do when you're Catholic, we will watch him. Here is the thing about me. If you observe me over a long enough period of time, I'll build a bomb. I will. I'll do it. I will do that. It's a thing I do. Okay? So they were watching me, and I built a bomb. Now, I'll be real. I'll be real with you. It sounds like I'm telling on myself. But I'm not. Okay? Two things. Firstly, that bomb was for joy. Okay? That was a bomb between me and the boys only. All right? No one else was supposed to know about this bomb. All right? The second thing, I am from Utah, where bombs are legal. Okay?
Location comedy, Utah. 34, where bombs are legal. Okay? Utah. Now, I assume this is dry bar comedy, so this is probably filmed in Utah. Very religious.
Hey, come on now. That's what's up.
Yeah, see? Very smart to praise the place you're in. And a lot of people, when you go to do a comedy show in a location, you have to say something like, it's not a put down, right? But you got to say like, people from this town are crazy, and all the people will be like, oh my God, we totally are, and they will give it up. Try it. Anytime you're in a town that's not your town, and you're at a large public gathering, and you have a chance to speak publicly, say, I just flew in from this other town. This town is crazy.
The greatest state in these United States, okay? So, I am from the middle of nowhere in central Utah, a place most people don't know exists, okay? So I'm out in the desert walking around with my friends, which is what we do out there. That's pretty much it, all right? So we were walking around the desert, and we found an abandoned car, and me and my friends were like, so we're gonna blow this car up, right? So we all make the decision as a unit, we're gonna blow this car sky high. Then we realize, oh man, 20 pounds of tannerite isn't funny enough, okay? Right? For those of you who don't know what that is.
Okay, they're laughing at every single thing he says, right? And look at the enjoyment on his face. Between the swords and the roses and the toner. He's just loving it. Because everything, he's like, and I've covered comedians like this before, right? Where they're just saying stuff, but the crowd is shitting their pants because he's saying it in the rhythm of something humorous happening, right? Me and my buddies, we were walking around the forest, and we do that. We walk around the forest. That's what we do. Here in Austin, okay, we're gonna go down to the park. We're gonna sit on a bench. All right. And not just any bench, one of those crazy Austin benches. You guys know what I'm talking about. Right? You know what it's like. And my friend sits down first, like he always does. First guy, that guy Greg. He always the first guy. He's like, oh, I'm gonna sit on the bench first. Oh, I'm gonna warm it up for you boys.
Let me just tell you, it's enough explosive. Okay, it's enough. But it's not funny enough. So we make a plan. You know, we're all adults. We live in different places. So we're going to gather back up where I'm from to blow up this car. Now, you have to coordinate with other adults who have children and families and wives. We all got stuff going on. How do you coordinate building a bomb as a team? You got to start a group chat, okay? Yes.
Boom! Yeah, you make a group, and then they're going to read that group chat. You're going to be on the list, and Australia's going to ban you.
Well, in the midst of being spied on by the FBI, me and my idiot redneck friends were like, so we're going to call the group chat the bomb, okay? We're gonna repeatedly talk about the bomb like it's a member of the friend group, okay? We're gonna reference it a lot. We're talking about supplies
Redneck
we are
specific.
gathering for the
Specific culture. Ham Sandwich 50 says, everyone knows that group chats are inherently hilarious. Yes, this chat might be considered a group chat. And when you guys think about that, you better hold on to something, because that's funny. There is one woman in this crowd who has been laughing almost a medically frightening amount. But this is sort of the effect, right? This is the mass hysteria you can create when you tell stories in such a wacky, funny way.
Bomb, okay?
I'll give you white people stereotype, but Amy's fishing.
At one point, this becomes such a bit between all of us that we are doing things like saying hi to the FBI agent reading the chat. We're doing the bit. But he's in the chat. Can you imagine how much damage is being done to his mental health? To be assigned to spy on me, very clearly an idiot, right? He's like, his bosses are like, this is a low-effort case. He's a comedian. He's not up to anything. Just spy on him. Tell us what you see. And then he has to be on his computer like, the group chat? The bomb? And then at one point, one of my friends is like, found 2 sticks of dynamite. To which we all reply, hello, FBI agent reading this. And the FBI agent's like, do they know I'm here? And they're just cool with it? Like, what? It would be like if you went duck hunting for your very first time and you were standing there chilling and a duck flew down and swam up to you and was just like, yo, kill me right now. Like, I don't even want to be here anymore. You'd be doing us both a favor. You would be standing there with your friends like, do I shoot him or do we get him help? Like, what is going on? What do I do? That FBI agent had to be like, do I let them get away with this? Like, what do I do? So we blew up the car. It was awesome, right? We loved it. We loved it. And then Australia.
We should all learn to laugh like the woman. Imagine how fun it would be to find anything funny. And you know, okay, this is why I'm here, right? I want you all to be laughing like that woman. Okay, that's my goal. That's why I was put on this earth. That's why I was born a man with a penis between my legs. Okay, it's to explain why this is funny so that you can cackle until your throat is dry and the doctors are on the scene, okay? This is funny because you guys are now I know the demographic is between a lot of you are here from Coco Melon. You're just kids, you're 5-6 years old, and a lot of you are octogenarians, and we really haven't captured the demo between those two ages. I understand this. So some of you might remember when Old Spice, there was an Old Spice campaign where there was like a really buff guy on a horse and he did a lot of random, wacky, crazy stuff. That Old Spice ad is what he is doing here. This is what Shane Smith, his stand-up act is like an extended Old Spice ad, right? I was doing karate and I was building bombs and I was out there with my buddies and we built go-karts on top of boats and then we went into, and we were all doing crazy drugs and then we flew right into a church and my pastor karate chopped me in the chest and was like, I'm going to save you. And I was like, what? And that's big, that, you know, and that's what it's like here. Okay. So I remember, I know that when if I see funny ads, I am hysterical like this lady, right? I laugh uncontrollably because I'm excited, because it's like, I'm laughing at the ad because it's so funny, but I'm also just ecstatic over the thought of commerce, right? I missed the N-word bit. Can we replay it? Says Matt Hallett. Let me get it out of my system. Let me explain what happened here. I clicked on a Temple OS video, the Temple operating system, which is probably why I have so many problems with streaming and so many technical difficulties, because I need to code entirely in qubits.
It's like, you can't have a work visa. And I was like, oh no, like, I'm not a political extremist. I'm just like a dumb guy. I'm like a redneck. Can I please come into your country? And they were like, no. I think you made it worse, you know?
Takes a sip.
So we're like, can Shane have a work visa? This is a huge misunderstanding. And the country of Australia was like, you're on a list. Like, there's no way. Because I was. Back then, they had so many people on watch lists that they had to make new, different ones. And I was on the baby terrorist watch list, okay? I was on the bottom one.
Okay, it's also funny because you imagine the country of Australia talking to him, right? So in your head, you do the accent. I'm surprised he didn't do the accent, because that's a prime opportunity, because Australians are white. And so, you know, you're allowed to do that accent. Of course, if he did, you know, like he did, if you did, that's the choice you have to make as a comedian. What kind of accent are you going to do? Are you going to choose to be canceled? Or are you going to choose to be dry bar? Anyway, but he could say, right? You imagine the country of Australia, oh, I shine. Pack up your things, you're not coming in. Right? And they got the shark teeth on their hat all the way around the top. Shine! You're a fucking terrorist. Shine, you can't come in. Mate, you building a bomb? And they say Billabomb in Australia. Are you building a Billabomberino? A Billabommy? You're trying to give us the old kablooey.
Okay, we'll edit laughter in there.
Watching me. So they're watching me, and the country of Australia is like, this guy's on a list, we don't know about him. So my lawyer's like, you're wrong, he's just a weird guy or whatever. And they're like, nah. And then we're like, hey, what can we do to make you more comfortable? Shane would like to do whatever it takes to come perform. Like, he's a comedian, this is totally chill. And the country of Australia is like, okay, yeah, you could play ball with us. What we need from you so that you can get your work visa, we need to get comfortable. They say the first thing you can do for us, you can write us a letter apologizing for last time you were in our country and you got caught speeding. Let's all recap what just happened. The government of Australia is like, this guy might be some kind of religious or political extremist. He builds bombs. He can't come into our country. And we were like, what can we do to make you feel comfortable? And then they go, apologize for going too fast. What?
And there's the punchline. The Taladisco, thanks for the 20 bits. That was awesome. Well, let's go back to, that was the whole thing. Let's get you guys a bingo.
But you don't know. You're 12 years old. Is this your brother?
Now, this is earlier Brad Stein, and you can tell because the facial hair is dialed.
No? Friend? Yeah, how old are you? 14 years old. Well, there you go.
There you go.
2 years more, brother. 14, 12-year-old boy that doesn't know any different but Barney. Never heard of Captain Kangaroo. Don't stop and question nothing. Just go along with the flow. Dang, I'm drinking water out of a bottle, and they're looking at me like that's normal, because this is all they've ever known. Why? This is where water comes from.
I gotta say, young people are lazy, and my kids suck.
Your entire life, you've been spending $2 for a bottle of water. Let me tell you about a bygone age of fairies and trolls. When I was your age...
Okay. Guess what? I'm going to try and predict this joke. I think he's going to talk about drinking out of a hose. Okay? A lot of comedians have said that back in my day, and that's back in my day, we drank out of the hose. You guys. Dated reference? You know what? I'll give you that one, DJ Chemix. He was... I think he made a dated reference there, didn't he?
Water came out of a magic faucet.
Schwepp, thanks for the 124 biddies.
Yeah, with 2 little wands that you could maneuver.
Is he implying that children only drink out of water bottles now? Is that something is that true? Did chat predict the joke? I'm predicting 40. What?
And sometimes the water was hot, and sometimes it was cold. And you had to actually go to a cupboard and pull out something called a cup and place it under the water faucet and let the water flow. And then you had to drink the water, but it was not conveniently locked into this perfectly round sphere. You had to balance your lips so it didn't pour out the side. And then when you went outside to play, the magic water fairies followed you, and the water suddenly came out of the hose.
And there it is. And there it is. And there it is. And there it is. And chat predicted the joke. That was a double predict. Well done, everybody. Well
bingo!
Done. DJ Chemix with the bingo. Congratulations. Oh, man. Now, someone said we've watched this before. I don't think we have watched video from this special before, but this special is over 3 hours long. So this is an excerpt I don't think we've seen before. Congrats, DJ Chemix. DJ has a link for us. Very good. Thank you. Let me see here. Get you, DJ Chemix has already got the link ready to go. Declaring DJ the winner. Get ready for the sound. Okay. We throw in, we got time for one more little bingarini. Bingo bongo, as they say in Aussie. Let me get another one ready for us here. Okay. Let's go back to, now, we haven't watched it a little bit. We've got another thing here. We haven't watched yet while we wait for the bingos to reset. Thanks for playing, everybody. Now, this video, this is from comedian Tucker Carlson. This video thumbnail says, what we show in this video is real, and it's disgusting. So let's see.
Gaza is a small but long-standing Christian community. I've lived there since Jesus, and they were killed too. Christian churches were bombed intentionally multiple times in Gaza. Christian parishioners were murdered by the IDF in Gaza. A mother and daughter were shot to death by an Israeli sniper in a churchyard in Gaza.
What?
And the reality...
Tucker, this isn't very funny, but also, are you turning on Israel? What's going on? My right-wing brain is frazzled right now.
You're welcome to tug on it.
Because if there's three things I know, it's we've got to be Team Israel. JFK Jr. could be any mascot, and
you're welcome to tug
what
on
are they up to? Yeah, I'm bamboozled. I'm bamboozled, guys.
You're welcome to tug on it.
We need some context. Russell?
I think Trump is an extraordinarily enjoyable public figure. I think he says what's on his mind in a way that's sort of almost unprecedented. But it's certainly seeming to become somewhat unpresidential in addition. What I didn't enter into was the idea that Trump MAGA could be anything other than a bulwark against the annihilation of bureaucratic global imperialism.
Did he say bulwark?
Against the... What I didn't enter into was the idea that Trump MAGA could be anything other than a bulwark.
A bulwark. A bulwark. A Wehrmacht. Did you know Russell Brand was Germanic?
Against the annihilation of bureaucratic global imperialism. Because I think a personality like that can slow things down, and I think it's an obstacle. But the thing that's particularly disheartening about this war, and I know that you spoke about it extensively prior to the election of Trump with the Iranian war, is that this war would be happening if Kamala Harris was president anyway. That's my very distant, hazy, I'm not really in this view.
Okay. Good disclaimer there.
Is, if someone as particular, personal, and extraordinary on the human plane as Trump ultimately ends up doing what the globalist imperialist would have done anyway.
And this is what we've been saying, right? You can't blame yourself for voting for Trump, and you can't blame Trump. He simply fell. The deep state, the globalists, and certain people, Bill Gates, are so powerful that even someone as anointed by God as Donald Trump can be co-opted and convinced and taken over. Maybe they put a brain chip in him. Does anyone know if Trump was vaccinated? Maybe this is it. Maybe he's got a vaccine chip in the back of his skull, and maybe Fauci is controlling him with a tiny little joystick.
Then what are we all discussing when we're talking about America First and MAGA and all of that stuff? So what I'm saying there is global bureaucracies is a terrible instantiation of Satan's counterfeit power.
Instantiation. I love Russell Brand. Russell Brand is so prepared for interviews. He pulls out the Thesaurus app on his phone and just flash memorizes words with the most syllables that he can find. Because if you use big words like that, I mean, he's a comedian, so he's, 2,000 IQ. But it really reinforces that you know what you're talking about.
Omniscience, omnipresence through technology, absolute ownership. Nationalism, I thought, would instill a temporary preservation, at least, of the nation. But
Sotelo says he is filibustering his rape allegations to great effect. I agree with that. I don't know what you mean, but big words. I agree. Smart stuff.
The nation is corruptible and is corrupted and is fallen. And now I think the call is, and you seem to understand it, and I know you understand it better than me historically and geopolitically and politically and nationally and domestically, and I would run out of words in all of those ways. But what I know as a Christian is that there is something about your sovereignty in absolute submission to him that we need to tell people. There is something in the principle of democracy when practiced correctly.
Exactly. The nation states have fallen. You can only follow Jesus. What a great message. Thank you, Russell. Completely agree. You follow the Lord himself, and there's actually no need for countries. If the whole world was one giant Christ state, there would be no need for even laws.
Using the maximum technological efficiency that gives us the chance to live truthfully. We can't live in this loopy, lunatic illusion any longer of moving between false polarities that appear ultimately to have an ulterior or at least superior power that directs them regardless of the mandate offered through some phatic electoral process.
Phatic.
I know you
fat
can.
Joke, right? Fat. That's funny. Phatic is when you're really fat. You got regular fat, phatic, and then obese.
Double the speed of a YouTube video. I don't know if you can cut it in half, because I want everyone to hear every word that you just said, because I think they're inspired words and I think that they're all true. And I won't summarize, but I just ask people to rewatch what you just said in case they missed all of it the first time. I'm good at listening to fast talking, so I caught every word. I think you're absolutely right.
I'm good at listening to fast talking. Tucker. Now look at Tucker's eyes here. You can see in his eyes, he was a little overwhelmed by the big Russell Brand words. Right? And that's why I relate to Tucker. We're both a little confused, but we both know that he's right somehow.
And so let me just rephrase what I think you said. We spent all this time trying to construct a defense against what was clearly happening to us in the West, maybe the world, which was this globalist totalitarian nightmare, only to awake to realize actually we may have been participating unknowingly in the creation of it just from the other side. Where does that leave us? What's our duty now?
If we had any faith in any personality or person other than Christ, it's only in him. Like that, what I was kept thinking about today is let people, like that verse that's like, by the way, we love one another. Let them.
God is a man, by the way. Always remember that God is a supreme being that has a huge cock. Don't ever forget that.
Know that we're Christian.
That's right.
So my job while I'm here, I know you're in Christ, so my job is to love you. That's my job here. And with my friends, Dave and Jake, that I'm traveling with, and beloved Lexi, and the people that I'm working here that I'm most familiar with, just to be loving and present with them. And that's my primary job. I can do that. And when I notice myself stopping doing that, which I will do because I'll get hungry or something, then to intervene with myself as best I can by honoring and knowing my weakness. Now, I didn't believe that, and I don't believe that there is any political figure operating within current systems that is going to bring about the type of change that's required to at least forestall total annihilation.
That's right.
I don't see anyone. Gavin Newsom, AOC, Bernie JD. And in fact, what I was saying around 2015, when I first stepped out of what you might call vanilla celebrity and into political opining, even though my vanilla celebrity was
opining. Love this guy.
A particular kind of louche decadence. When I stepped into, because I was like, I had a girlfriend at the time that was involved with a New Statesman. And so I did an edition of the New Statesman. It was British, one might say Fabian, kind of, Fabian, so sort of fetishizing leftist ideas in order to create centralized bureaucracies that will never deliver to the people that they purport to care about.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. And this is a common folk man like me. When I hear a guy like Russell talking, I don't know what he's saying. All I know is that I God bless him, and he's got big words, and he's very sure of what he's saying, and confident, and he says a lot. Again, I don't know what he's talking about, but you can't talk that long about something you don't understand. It's impossible. Okay? If you talk for a long time about something, that means you know what you're talking about. That's rule number one. That's rule number one. If you talk about something a lot, you must know what you're talking about. You can quote me on that one. You can cite me as a source in all your academic papers moving forward. If you go to one of those woke universities, which I assume you do not. I hope you go to university.com and just learn about how to win. Guys, get your bingo cards. It was like we got like speed round bingo here. Speed round. We got 15 minutes left in the stream because I got to get lettuce before the grocery store closes here in Austin. And by lettuce, I mean red meat. Big dripping slabs of bovine. Sometimes we call, in Austin, sometimes Austin lettuce is just meat. I should have clarified to you guys. That's what we call meat in Texas. Grapes are meat. Lettuce are meat. Bread is meat. We have hamburgers here. You just take bread meat and you put meat in the middle of the bread. And bread meat is just different cuts of the cow. And then you put the main cuts in the middle. And then you put fried chicken on either side. Come visit. All right, bingo starts now. It's gonna be a quick one. We might not even get a winner here. How many have we got? We got 1, 2, 3. Oh yes, because there was a video requested by Schwepped for longer, and I have taken a mental note of that, but my mental notes can often get deleted. So hopefully, prayers with my brain cells today. What will give us a bingo quickly? What will give us a fast bingo? David Lucas?
No, you don't.
Oh, you want to see a video?
Yeah, with your teeth?
I duct taped it to my nose.
Well, if you sit next to it, I'd be itching if I were you. You scared of it? The black girl's scared of it. Like, don't touch me. All right. I'll get to you next.
Can't say.
So you're mixed?
Don't start.
No, you.
Okay, starts out. So you're mixed. So he's doing the comedy, the important comedy technique of, first of all, look at this. He's got the vape. He's got the vape out like it's the remote control for the TV, right? He's got the vape on the knee, changing the channels of the audience. He's got the microphone. He's leaning on the stand. And he says, you're mixed, right? He's referring to a lady's race. She's mixed race, which is a very funny race to be, because you can combine stereotypes from two races in one person. Double the laughs.
You said you were mixed. I'm not scared of your attitude, girl. I was raised by a single mama.
Women are annoying.
Huh? Oh, come on, girl. What you mixed with? What do you mix with? I want to know. I might have a job for you.
Okay. So he's getting to the bottom of it. At a comedy show, you got to be ready to declare what race you are. It's going to come up, okay? And you got to go with it. Don't be a party pooper like this lady. Tell the comedian your ethnic background so we can laugh. Please. Where do you want?
Black, white, and Asian. What kind of fucking...
What kind of fucking... Exactly. That's... Okay, we got black people stereotype, Asians. We're going to go to Asian stereotypes as well. And there's some white people in there as well. That's awesome. That's so many stereotypes.
Asian are you? I hate when black women lie about being Asian. Only thing Asian on her is that fucking wig, nigga. That Asian my ass. What type of Asian? Vietnamese. Get the fuck out of here, man.
What type of Asian? Okay. So when he asked that, I thought Because for me, Asian means Chinese. China, Asia, same place, same thing. I often forget that there are, I think, 4 countries in Asia, if I'm correct. Might have to grok it. But I thought we was going to say what type of Asian. It was going to be like, are you an angry Asian? Are you a fast Asian? Are you a math Asian? I mean, they all are. Am I right, guys? Oh, well, I'll let David Lucas get to that.
Who lied to you and told you that? No, I had to know. You said you were mixed, and I was like, How'd you and this girl meet?
Okay, when you sit in the front row at a comedy club, okay, you are the show. I'm sorry, but you gotta be prepared.
Y'all fuck? Y'all in a relationship? Y'all in a relationship?
Okay.
Who's the man in the relationship? You are? Y'all are the weirdest lesbian couple.
You two together?
Fucking dildo made out of cheese curds. You're not a Packers fan. That don't mean you don't got a dildo made out of cheese curds. How long y'all been a lesbian?
Packers. Green Bay Packers. Very famous sports team here in the United States. Famous for cheese. They are known as, they're called Packers because they pack cheese. A little bit of location comedy there.
Lesbian couple. Y'all said y'all lesbian. Y'all sat front row. What'd you expect?
I didn't know this was happening.
What?
My first time.
Well, she should have told you who y'all was coming to see.
Takes a sip. Yes. Yeah. Here's David Lucas. This is the first part of the show before he brings people on to roast. People got to know. When you guys go and see David Lucas, you know to be prepared. You'll know. You'll have all your good crowd work answers ready to go.
Y'all happy in love and shit? Y'all gonna fucking adopt a baby and fuck their head up? You got 2 mamas. I don't care what they say at school.
Marlo says, why aren't you live on Blue Sky, Miles? Because I barely made it live on YouTube today. Okay? I'm doing my best. But last Monday stream didn't even make it to the alphabet.
Ooh.
Is he wearing 2 sweatshirts?
You need another drink? What you want? I'll pay for it. Because I need more information. Hey, give this bitch whatever she want. The mix on.
Great audio quality here.
The one with the
sound
wig
comedy,
on.
clipping audio the whole time. Drinking.
If you put a lighter to it, it'll look like a fucking Bath and Body Works candle. Can't believe this bitch said she mixed. That shit crazy as hell, man. That bitch said mixed. Fuck out of here. Let me guess, you mixed too, bitch? Where'd y'all meet at? What fucking Starbucks did y'all meet at? Y'all lesbians for real? Normally lesbian
That's a good
couples
brand.
look good. It's a weird one right here, you know what I'm saying, bro?
What did he say?
Like, nobody outlooks the other one. It's weird, you know what I'm Normally in a lesbian couple, you can see one, it's like, all right, I get why you a lesbian, but...
Wow. Okay, so he's calling him ugly here. Is ugly. Again, this is a David Lucas show, okay? You're supposed to go here to get called a fat, ugly, dumb bitch, okay? That's the whole point. Do we not have Is Ugly on here? Or is that Gutfeld? That's Gutfeld bingo.
They're both equals, you know?
Matt Hallett says, what does David Lucas smell like? I have had the pleasure of... David Lucas drove by me on the highway once, so I can tell you he smells like... it smells like a sort of a mix of grape vape some sort of like rum and coke grape vape, really old and new sweat at the same time. It's almost like you can smell the old sweat, but you can smell the new sweat on top as well. Forms a very complex layer that sort of coats his whole body as a way of maybe warding off predators. But yeah, he smells like a lot of different. And then, of course, he does kind of smell like a garbage full of Zyn pouches as well.
Where'd y'all meet at? Y'all didn't say where y'all met at. Hurry up the lie.
We know, to be totally honest, I'm just going to say it for you. We don't remember. We've known each other for years, but I don't remember. You?
Y'all just been friends.
Joke bombed here. Joke is bombing. Come on, crowd. Be funnier. The crowd, again, at a comedy show, the crowd is supposed to be funny, guys. This crowd is really doing David Lucas a disservice here.
And you were like, I want to try eating pussy. Me too, bitch. I'm sick of niggas.
Woman voice.
None of these niggas believe about
41.
me. This ain't even a threesome I would try. You know what I'm saying? This is fucking. Next girl, I got a
Bingo!
question for you first.
Oh, Business Money NYC, congratulations. I just clicked 67 at the same time the Business Money claimed bingo. I'm so sorry to all the 67s out there. I did click it. Wow. Congratulations, Business Money NYC, on your win. That was a tough one. That was a tough situation. I have no doubt that David Lucas gets out of this with mega laughs. But that dumb lesbian bitch was really not providing the jokes that that she should be at a comedy show. Too bad. Sometimes the crowd is not good. That's, you know, when comedians say tough crowd, that's because the crowd wasn't very funny. And sometimes you get a great crowd. It's because the audience is always saying really funny stuff. Business Money. Whenever you're ready, link us a link. Travis Gravity is the top day trader today. Travis Gravity, you are also. There you go. Thank you very much. Thank you for playing Stand Up Bingo, everybody. We head now to the viewer video segment. Declare the winner real quick. Thank you. Now let me get these lined up. We've got this video. It's called Lex Fridman Sings to Joe Rogan. So I assume these are two... Lex Fridman's a comedian as well. Joe Rogan, obviously, one of the 250. Whoa, double mouse.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever done. So this is a story, okay? In the desert, I met a man with an eagle perching on his hand, and he asked me, son, what can I do for you? Definitely the stupidest. Father, I said, I'm looking for the meaning I should be living for. He put a finger to my lips, said, shh, let the old man speak.
This is really good.
They call me Brian Callahan. In this cruel world, there is a man you should listen to as you journey on through life. His name is Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan. Shoulders for days.
Brian Callahan?
And a really wide bag. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan. Barrel of snakes for a bag.
So, I think what he's just simping. So this is important to do as well. Again, Joe Rogan occupies a large manor house here in Austin. And people go on his podcast all the time to pay homage, to pay fealty. Sometimes, obviously, the commoners approach Joe and talk about more mundane civil things like, Joe, can you please turn the water back on? I need me crops are failing. And Joe will be like, big on. And some other ones will be like, Joe, my brother is sick. He's got the plague. Could you please send your healer? And then he'll send a healer. But at other times, entertainers a lot of the time will go to Joe's manor house and they will sing him songs. They'll rub his feet. They'll tell him he's very funny a lot over and over again. And in return, he will give them their entire career.
Then he mounted his horse and he looked to the sky and he rode to the sunset with a tear in his eye. And the legend goes, the old man rides on, singing the words to this terrible song. Joe Rogan, shoulders for days, and I really went back. I already regret this. Joe Rogan.
Nice. I mean, you got him. Got a little chuckle out of him. Maybe a forced chuckle. But look at the detritus on this desk. The detritus of a demigod. Joe Rogan. Very good stuff. Excellent. Very good video. Thank you. I would hope that people would pay fealty to me like this one day. If there's anything I would love, it is to have people me just one-on-one sing. One-on-one singing is one of my favorite things to experience. Thank you for that one. Okay. This is the caveat video. Now, what is this? Schwepp did this. I remember. So, Shrep. This video is called Mr. Blobby and the History of Brain Rot. Now, is this a Blobby hit piece? If so, I approve.
Probably familiar with the term brain rot. Its origins are unclear, but in modern media discourse, it's typically used to refer derisively.
Okay, so most of my brain cells functioned. Most, not all. So I got the instructions were clear. The name became scrambled. Shrimp hands.
To low-quality short videos and memes that you'd see on TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram. And it's usually said about content geared towards children or teenagers. The term seems to be specifically designated for a type of media where age causes the adult to look at it and think, this is meaningless junk that only somebody with an underdeveloped brain could appreciate. The primary internet phenomenon that you'd probably associate with the word brain rot is Skibbity Toilet. It seems to have passed its peak now, and if you somehow manage to make it through that period, blissfully unaware of it, Skibbity Toilet is a series of videos in which a head comes out of a toilet singing this. And far from being just the one video, the channel formerly known as Da Fuck Boom, that's so fuck with a Q, now just Skibbity, somehow managed to get an entire series out of such a stupid concept, and seems to have taken it distressingly seriously. There's now this completely impenetrable lore that's grown out of this simple conceit. I first heard about Skibbity Toilet about 2 years ago when a colleague came into the office sometime before Christmas telling me that his children were watching these videos and that he didn't get it and he was weirded out by it. A couple of days later I walked past a stand of Skibbity Toilet merchandise in a shop and thought I'd gone insane. What the fuck you is this? This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Why on earth would a stupid video of a head coming out of a toilet somehow get so popular that these things are being sold in shops? Not only that, by buying it and using it in this video, I've somehow made my purchase of a Skibbity Toilet figure tax deductible. That's how dumb the world is now. The continuing story of Skibbity Toilet is actually quite tragic. The guy behind it signed the rights away to a company called Invisible Narratives to make a feature film based on the concept. At one point, it was rumoured that everybody's least favourite director, Michael Bay, was attached to direct it before he slapped that rumour down. But he's exactly the sort of name that you'd expect to direct a Skibbity Toilet movie, isn't he? The guy behind it's now lost control of the project, and the rights to it are probably going to bounce around in limbo for a while, just like any creative endeavor in an industry so desperately flailing around for relevancy that they pay actual money for the rights to a skibbity toilet movie of all things. Being a man in his mid-30s, you'd probably expect me to be going, good, this utter piece of shit web series is rotting the minds of young people, and I'm glad it's turning into a nightmare for everyone involved. But I then stopped and considered the thought that was forming in my head that Skibbity Toilet was a mind-rotting piece of trash for stupid babies. And I recalled a similar stupid phenomenon from my childhood that all the adults made confused faces at before raising concerns about its lack of educational value. So Mr. Blobby was... Okay, I think he's supposed to be an alien or something. Basically, he's a pink man-shaped blob with yellow spots, who was a regular feature on the British light entertainment show Noel's House Party. Noel's House Party was a variety show from the 90s hosted by Noel Edmonds, in which Noel basically just got some members of the public and celebrities on a set and made them play games to fill the time. He was basically an uncle at your kid's birthday party who's going through a midlife crisis who thinks he's fun, and he hasn't noticed that at least 3 children have started crying. Mr. Blobby first appeared on a hidden camera prank segment where they convinced celebrities that he was a popular children's TV character, and they'd been commissioned to do a segment with him and see if they'd buy it and play along, before it turns out he's actually kind of rubbish and wrecks everything. So his entire existence was rooted in, this is the sort of stupid shit that kids like, let's present him as if he's a real cultural phenomenon. As with Skibbity Toilet clearly being rooted in shitposting and somehow being taken seriously enough to make a feature film, Mr. Blobby appears to have had similar origins before the walls of irony broke down and he actually ended up becoming the icon of children.
I thought Myles would have more to say. Shrimp hands. I'm trying to form an opinion here because I'm very lost, right? Because yes, we did a Skibbity Toilet Explained. This is why I think a lot of you know that we have a Skibbity Toilet Explained. I believe it was posted in the chat already. Because Skibbity Toilet is a masterpiece, right? Skibbity Toilet, a lot of people think it's brain rot. It's many layers of art and expression, and metaphor, and it's and symbolism. It's really important work. Blobby is nonsense. Blobby is total nonsense. Okay, this is why it's so confusing to me, because this guy doesn't like Skibbity. So I'm like, I don't know if I trust this guy. But then he also doesn't like Blobby. And it's like, they're not the same. Okay? Blobby is Blobby. Skibbity is an important piece. It's a cultural touchstone. So this is really, I wish Russell Brand was here to have some large words to describe what I'm feeling here. It seems like this guy is going to go off on Blobby for another 13 minutes. He's explaining Blobby.
Children's TV that he was initially claimed to be. And Mr. Blobby wasn't just a small-time random novelty TV character. Mr. Blobby was a big deal in the 90s. They even opened theme parks. Not just one, multiple theme parks.
They had Blobby theme
You
parks?
don't do that unless your IP is wildly successful. The main thrust of Mr. Blobby's act was basically just slapstick comedy.
This is Chevy Chase.
And even more basic...
Maybe this is also why I don't like Blobby, because Blobby is just British Chevy Chase. There, I said it. I said it.
Than your typical slapstick comedy. It's literally just, he falls over and he ruins everything. It's the natural reaction that you have to watching someone in real life falling over that forces your body to emit something commonly known as a laugh that's been distilled, packaged, and presented in filmed sequences for over a century now. And Mr. Blobby's not even very good at falling over. These aren't clever pratfalls. He just falls over because that's his function. The set pieces are pretty low budget and not exactly that impressive. You're not...
I'd like to see Blobby come out of a toilet and sing. Yeah? This is not even close. You've got a head coming out of a toilet versus a rotund, blobbied creature simply falling over.
Watching Buster Keaton literally risking his life by having the outer wall of a house fall on him, it's just Mr. Blobby goes to a shop, and he falls over a lot, and he gets crap everywhere, and he plays with the food and the produce bags like he's a child.
Some shoppers, though, are attracted by other things.
Granted, there is a kind of
See? I'm sorry, and I'm sorry to Amy, because I think it might be an Australian thing. People in Australia, they're upside down, okay? All the blood is in their head. So I could maybe Blobby's funnier upside down. I mean, I could imagine. Maybe it's because Blobby isn't falling down in Australia. Blobby's falling up. Maybe that's funnier. I don't know. I think I have to watch Blobby in Australia maybe to get an honest example, because Amy's a friend of the show, okay? Amy is always in the chat, engaging. I don't want to offend Amy here. But Blobby, I don't know. I'm going to have to watch it south of the equator, I think, because I want to give Blobby a chance. Now, we're moving on. Thank you, Shrimp Hands. Very thought-provoking video. I'll watch the rest of this and come to a judgment. But of course, I've spent so much time on Skibbity Toilet. You know, I've lectured at Cambridge and Oxford and Princeton. I had the Skibbity series of lectures. I don't know if any of you attended that, but it's pretty conclusive that the art world accepts Skibbity Toilet. And it's very possible that the toilet from the video will be auctioned off at Christie's later this season. So, moving on. This is 6 minutes, and it seems like music. So I'm gonna save that for the end. This is 13 minutes. You guys are crazy if you think I'm gonna watch 13-minute long video. I don't have the attention span for that.
Bob, how you feeling?
DJ Chemic says wrong video. What?
How did your procedure go?
I'm scared. Okay, 1 second. DJ Chemics. Only because I am riddled with technical difficulties, I will accept an audible here.
Remember, you're supposed to be passing gas right now.
I know, it's easier said than done. Trying. A couple of good ones.
Biggest fart ever. Now, is this being filmed for content reasons or medical reasons? Maybe both.
What are you doing down there?
Scratching.
Oh my goodness. Does that feel better?
Yes. That's what needs to happen.
That's a poop joke. No, that's a beautiful moment between a man and a wife there.
Poop joke.
That's when you're in love, when you can look directly into your loved one's eyes, and you just rip a huge gas bomb out the back of your ass there. This is a beautiful, loving moment. And it definitely smells like David Lucas in that room now.
We've covered many a Bullshido character in the Bullshidoverse, with Sensei Sinkhole sitting atop the throne of the deadliest, legit, special forces
martial arts master. Dr. Speedmaster.
Master in the Bushido-verse. If you don't believe me, just ask him yourself.
I've been in the martial arts for almost 50 years, and I'm getting better.
Steven Seagal. He's not fake.
I'm one of the highest ranking Aikido teachers in the world. Many people consider me, you know, one of the...
Okay, he's got his safety glass. This is a traditional Aikido safety glasses that warriors would wear because he's so good at martial arts that if he hits you, you might explode. This is why you gotta have the glasses on, because human shrapnel, body parts everywhere.
Great masters in my own field.
Every now and then, I come across an individual that I instantly take a liking to, and I think, I wonder what he does in his spare time. Does he have kids? Is his family aware of this? Would they still love him if they knew? Sure, I could make fun of the Snake Eagle Master training deadly rhythmic attacks with his dog, but that would just be cheap, easy laughs, and I'm above that on this channel. Just because I can't grasp the concept with my tiny little brain, it doesn't make it any less dangerous or useful. Today's savage and misunderstood master comes in the form of legendary speed demon, Dr. John La Tourette, or Tourette. I'm going to go with Tourette.
From here, you're just going one side like this. Like that, the whole.
Did we see this guy? No, that was a different guy. I mean, this guy's he's
Now
destroyed.
I know what you're thinking, and no, he didn't invent Tourette syndrome.
Ball sweat, anus liquor.
What he did invent, though, was the ability to destroy your opponents with a flurry of deadly strikes, and do so while dressed in his discount ninja outfit with limp wrists. 10th degree black belt Grandmaster in 1995. Grandmaster in what, you ask? It doesn't matter.
Boom.
He's a Grandmaster, and you're not. That's all that matters. It might as well be Aikido.
Oh, well, okay.
But more importantly...
Okay, so this is a real takedown. And, you know...
like this kind of shit.
The thing is when you got a guy right here and he's in front of you, you've got basically 3 major angles that you can do in high section right here. You can go...
I mean, this is all good information. I don't know how this guy is a fake. We just watched this guy slap this guy, what, 300 times in less than 3 seconds? And this video essayist is calling this guy a fake. Also, he has an American flag hanging behind him, which means you know he's a patriot, and patriots are not liars. I mean, come on. Thank you for the video submission, but if you're going to attack the martial art that I practice, speed hands, on my own channel, let's just say, you know, well, I'll see you in the parking lot. I'll see you in the parking lot is what I say. Real Patriots comment on videos. Yes, okay. Smells like David Lucas in there now. Mr. Blobby. Skibbity is a masterwork. How dare you? Lex Fridman. Beautiful simp serenade for the king.
Beer cans are celebrating transgenderism. Bud Light has just released a commemorative can. His name is Dylan Mulvaney.
Fuck Bud Light! Fuck Bud Light. Amen.
You're
DJ, this is
welcome to
also
tug
good.
on it.
And song. I'm not gonna lie, because of the video we just watched, I thought that that guy was gonna speed slap the other guy in front of the flag. Like, this is perfect. This is the perfect dojo for just fucking pop, 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 pop. And this is fuck in the negative sense, not in the intercourse.
If you trans, just be trans in your bedroom. Can we keep the drag queens at the classroom? Teachers need guns in their classroom. Let's have a moment of silence for Nashville. When Biden's talking, I need me an Evan. It's Trump 2024 fucking tight. I've been brag, boy, we know you lying. Red, white, and blue, the flags flying. One nation under God and it's dying. Fuck Bud Light. Fuck Bud Light.
Hey, Chuck. Chuck Berry. You know that sound you're looking for?
Fuck Bud Light. Fuck Bud Light. Fuck Bud Light. Go woke, go broke. Dylan Mulvaney's a joke. LGB getting sung by the T. Gender reassignment switching P's and V's. Fake news always spreading disease. Like two queers with HIV. Pray for the kids, they trying to eat them. People stop getting jabbed, now they trying to feed them. FDA playing with our food, can you believe them? 84 million Biden voters, I don't see them. Fuck Bud Light.
Yeah. Where's the voters?
Fuck Bud Light.
Where are the voters? Where are the voters? I don't see them. Where are the voters?
Fuck Bud Light. Fuck Bud Light.
So it used to be like 5 years ago, the idea was you do your thing, we do our thing.
Tucky
we don't
tuck
bother
on
each
the
other.
top.
That was called tolerance.
Tucky tuck
You
off the
dress
top.
Up like a woman, fine. Now the rules have changed completely. Worship me as
Dump
I
it.
dress up like a woman, or I'll crush you.
That's awesome. Yeah, burn it, blast it, fuck Bud Light. Amen, guys. That was awesome. That is for sure the goodbye song. Guys, thank you so much for playing Stand Up Bingo once again. We learned so much. We laughed so much. I can't hear your laughter through the screen, but I'm imagining that you're laughing all the time. And it warms my heart to imagine that. Thank you for playing. We'll be back for Gutfeld Bingo on Monday. Thank you to Sauerkraut for modding the chat through 1 kilobyte per second across the world, somewhere north of the North Pole. I'll see you guys all for Gutfeld Bingo again. Thanks for watching. See you in the Discord.
Mulvaney.
Fuck Bud Light. 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 If you gay, just be gay in your bedroom. If you trans, just be trans in your bedroom. Can we keep the drag queens at the classroom? Teachers need guns in their classroom. Let's have a moment of silence for Nashville. When Biden's talking, I need me an Evan. It's Trump 2024 fucking tight. I've been brag, boy, we know you lying. Red, white, and blue, the flags flying. One nation under God and it's dying. Fuck Bud Light. Fuck Bud Light. Fuck Bud Light.